Hello and welcome to today's video. I did do one of these already on migration, but you know what? I'm going to update the migration guide and yes, I've migrated away from server 1. So let's break down all of that info. Let's explain migration, how it works and all of the goodness. So let's get into today's video. Hello guys, yes, smash a like button and subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, the one and only, and we are here in game as always, and we're going to be talking about obviously the migration, how migration works and the whole premise of it, because currently this is still how migration is going to work in Call of Dragons until potentially May time, from where we've seen the announcement from the Call of Dragons devs stating potentially in May we might see the cross-server migration, we might not, right? We're going to have to just assume and hope we do, right? But until then, we're still stuck with the old migration system. And how it works is pretty simple. You have a choice when you're in your division. So in your division here, you're going to be able to pick basically where you are going from. And as you guys can see, I have moved to server 33. That is right. I've gone from server 1 where TA was, obviously all of that drama behind. I've moved forward and I'm in Order 66 as our alliance right now. And basically what they were telling me, and I like the idea of, is what they've done this season, and similar to how I think HRT have done this season, where they play more of a mercenary style alliance. So you have your main alliance here, obviously, that you play in, but you might be, for example, joining the other alliances, like, for example, GG, and you might be jumping into their alliance to help them fight in that season if they're lacking numbers in their other alliances, or if they've got enough numbers, you are basically a support, right? You're a third alliance that's going to come in and help. So that's basically what Order 66 is going to be next season. So I don't know who we're going to go against, because potentially it could be anyone, and because we're in the mid-pack technically of alliances, so we could be match made and basically fighting for or against anyone out there. So it's going to be a very interesting season. But migration now, we're going into migration. How migration works, it's pretty simple, right? So you've seen the division already, and the division is basically made up of all the servers that you are currently fighting, obviously, in your season. So what happens is, on the migration timeline, or the end of season timeline, what comes up here at the start, as you can see, or you're not going to be able to see, is the migration preview. So this is basically before anything begins, and for me this was 1 day. So you get 1 day of a preview before migration begins. Once migration begins in the next phase here, it lasts for 3 days. So it says from the 21st of January to the 24th of January, this ended. Once this ends, you go into the summary, or you're going into basically the ending of the migration period, where everything's been settled. You've basically dictated where you're moving. Obviously you can't see it because my big head's in the way. Let's hide it. Server 33 there just to showcase it. So once all that's done and finalized, you're in this season summary mode now. So you're going to be basically waiting to get your reward. So this is determined then on your, if you got the Magma Demon, if you got a Frost Dragon, or whatever, right? And that is always determined on the alliance you're currently in. So obviously I've migrated into server 33. I'm in Order 66, which is good anyway. But if, for example, we needed the reward, we could potentially jump into like GG83 just to get the summary reward, and then jump back into our Order 66 alliance when the matchmaking process then begins in 2 days later. So you can see there's a nice timeline that you can follow here. So if you're wondering on the time constraints, just when it opens up in your game, it will display all of this information. Obviously it's going to be different from you to what it is today in this video as I've recorded it, right? So we're going to have matchmaking now. And when you get into matchmaking, all that's going to happen is instead, when you look at these match-made divisions, you're going to see server 33 like you are, and you're going to see all of the other different servers you're going to be fighting against in that season. And the cool thing is, like every other season, the new season chat like preview will pop up. So instead of like your Alliance chat and the Belleron chat, you'll get the season preview chat, and that's going to allow you to obviously speak to all of the new allies or enemies potentially in the new season, speak to them, find out who's who, work out diplomacy, and then, as you can imagine, the day after is where you select what region you're going to start in the new season, and then bang, whenever the new day begins, guess what? You launch into that region that you've selected, the new season begins, and this will be, if you're in season 2 or season 2 plus, it should be season T1. So if you are wondering right now if you're in season 2, will you get season 2 plus? I don't believe so. I believe you might just go straight into season T1, but we'll soon find out, and we'll get that information from obviously the season 2 players. Let me know in the comments below when you get to that stage, maybe in your timeline, right? So that's it. That is how migration works. That's how the whole season reset works as well, and matchmaking process, as well as obviously me migrating out from server 1 into server 33, and we are fighting for order 66. So nice and simple, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you're wondering for my future plans, I have, and I've said it already to the guys in order 66, so they know my plan, but basically, I am playing for these guys for a season, and if cross-server migration comes out, who knows? I might be migrating elsewhere and have a basically plan already in action, hopefully, so I can join a nice, cool guild for a fresh start, and we can go ham and make some amazing content in the future, right? So, until the cross-server migration comes out, this is what we're stuck with. I hope this has helped you guys out. And until then, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until the next video, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.